All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between HawK versus Dise or Dice. I'm just gonna call him Dice now. In this matchup, HawK spawning as the blue human player over here on the bottom left-hand side of the map. He will be going up against Dice spawning as the blue night elf. So pink human versus blue night elf on Amazonia. Uh, Voice is a little bit thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming and using your precious free time to watch alongside me as I break down this 1v1 Warcraft 3 game. Well, if any indication of the previous videos are to be, or if any of the previous videos are a good indicator, we'll be looking at some great games, or a great game here in this human versus night elf matchup, as I'm expecting to see a keeper of the grove alongside some archers here. Demon Hunter has become a more popular recently, but really that keeper of the grove out of the gate, able to get to level 3 much more quickly. And then when you have a larger army at tier 2 training up your second hero, the Demon Hunter is often trained then and still able to get to level 3 fairly fast. In some of the matchups, even though the Keeper of the Grove is that first hero, I've seen the Demon Hunter get to level 6 first if the game does go long enough. Now, off on the other end of the map, we're looking at HawK here training up on Archmage, and we'll be training up some Footmen. Footman in this matchup here as the Archmage wanders around. Where are these units going to be running off to, as a couple of wisps are already positioning themselves to get good amounts of information. Keeper of the Grove should be popping out here in just a moment. Archer taking on a large number of units by just standing amongst them all. Is it going to be able to back away in time? Yes, Lightning Shield and so much damage to be added here. Keeper of the Grove going to finish off one unit, finish off another unit, and finish off that last rogue whilst already starting that second creep camp. Meanwhile, down here, Archmage, trying to do a similar thing as well, but has Lightning Shield on himself, actually has to back away from these units as the militia are there to help clear out that creep camp too. All right, picking up Rings of Protection +3, also picking up a Tome of Intelligence for a little bit of bonus damage as the Archmage gets to level 2. Great matchup so far, as the timing on these players, two footmen here, going to try and take down that apprentice, a scout farm, or a proximity farm, rather, going to be placed down here by the laboratory, allowing him to have access to reveal in case there are any quick shadow melts. Archmage now making its way across here. HawK looking to, dang it. I didn't even touch that there. Anyways, Archmage not going to go ahead and try and engage. There's a quick detonation, a little bit of mana loss as the Keeper of the Grove may be coming back in from the north. Back off to the north here, we're looking at Dice coming down with some forces of nature and that Keeper of the Grove, as that Keeper of the Grove is, making its way back over. Keeper of the Grove is going to end up trying to do a little bit of a hijack. Archmage already sitting at level 3, going to be able to drop level 2 water elementals and perhaps make short work out of all of these treants. We are going to have this one gold mine try to be established here. This peasant doing a great job is going to try to jump inside the gold mine for that last bit of health. Yes, it will, as the units are now trying to retreat back. One footman getting denied right there. Are we going to see a deny onto that peasant? No, we are not, though, as HawK does have 4 footmen and a water elemental for the defend. Coming back down, we are still looking at more peasants being trained. A footman now making its way back across here. Keeper of the Grove really wants to punish this expansion, and while using his gold and perhaps teching the tier 2. Are we going to see a denial? No, we are not. Keeper of the Grove gets to level 3 during this time, as the Tree of Life is already halfway tech to tier 2. Footmen, water elementals making their way off to the north here. Archers looking to perhaps deal some damage to these buildings while they are under construction. While they are under construction, they have no armor at all, and having no armor means they take full damage from everything. I believe that even makes it so that the scout tower, I guess while a building is upgrading, it has the armor type of the building that it normally is. So the scout tower actually would take bonus damage from those archers here, as the peasants are now trying to retreat back. Here we are, 5 peasants here. Are we going to get some repairs in order? Archmage comes back around to try and offer a bit of protection, and the archers quickly and wisely decide to head back home. We are looking at one footman who may end up getting denied once more. Keeper of the Grove of Dise having a large amount of mana. And we're going to look. Oh, is it going to be in time? No, it is not. Not in time right there. That fireball was on its way. And, well, he was trying to commit some sort of seppuku to not dishonor the human race, but instead continues to give more experience to that Keeper of the Grove. Level 2, entangling roots from the Keeper of the Grove, really punishing HawK right now. But Dise behind him, he doesn't have all that much. He now does have a panda out on the battlefield, and in addition to that, he also is going to be going for dual Ancients of Lore. There's one Ancient of Lore. Is there a second one? No second Ancient of Lore yet. Alright, so single Ancient of Lore here. The Keeper of the Grove is just doing what it wants to do right there. It looks as though the Keeper of the Grove still got the kill off there and still getting in more damage on all of these units. Turning back around, the Panda having a little bit of an interesting time here. That footman may get taken down to 49, down to 29, gets finished off right there. So many footmen lost, but we now have HawK running up on 2 bases and himself teching the tier 2 as well. During this time, Panda does have a little bit of free time to try and, well, gain a little bit of an experience race here. That's one of the benefits of teching the tier 2 faster. You actually start that second hero faster out onto the battlefield, and just having that faster hero out on the battlefield allows you that hero to get to level 2 much more quickly. Staff of Teleportation, where is that Keeper of the Grove going to rejoin up? Going to go ahead, head back home, use a Clarity Potion. That one footman does end up getting taken down, giving a little bit of experience both to the Panda and the Keeper of the Grove as Dise. Well, Dise has to watch himself now. We are looking at Archmage. Archmage does not catch this potential creep jack, and we do see an ensnare go down here. HawK realizes, wait a second, there's a unit running. There must be some units trying to engage here as the Panda and the Archers now trying to run back the other which way. Water Elemental being dropped. Units are trying to run back every which way here. Water Elemental's here. There's a Wisp. Perhaps it will be left behind to try and do a little bit of body blocking. No, not this time around. But the Keeper of the Grove and the Panda, well, sitting at level 3, level 2, as we are looking at what Drunken Haze and Breath of Fire. Coming back through, Keeper of the Grove looking to repeat his earlier antics with Entangle, and that's exactly what we're looking at now. There is a little, no damage onto the Archmage. Archmage did have a Cloak of Shadows. Yeah, I believe it had a Cloak of Shadows, and was able to dodge, or with that last hit that footman. I believe that's actually what happened, as the Archmage makes its way back off to the north. Is this enough to take down this footman? Needs 2 more or 1 more. Yep, there it goes. As the Keeper of the Grove has really been taking down footmen left and right, really playing a very heavy pressure game, as 2 shots onto that footman once more means that that footman most likely will get taken down again. Entangles is the name of the game. Level 2 Entangle just constantly poke away, even with denials. HawK, gonna get denied anyway, doesn't get the experience, but it is extremely troublesome, as HawK now needs to figure out what type of heroes and what type of units he wants to go for. With no access to abolish magic, that is how powerful early Entangle can be. Amazonia, human players and orc players going up against Night Elf players may see this more and more, as Entangle does become a bit of a problem. Alright, Panda looking to finish off that last 4 scrapper here. High is a footy dying with only 1 Entangle. It's 1 Entangled coupled with 2 to 3 auto attacks from the Keeper of the Grove. So that is enough to finish things off. Alchemist now trying to back away here, will be able to do exactly that. Gets to level 4 on the Archmage during that time. So yeah, a footy, 2 to 3 attacks from the Keeper of the Grove coupled with 1 Entangle. Looks like it is enough. I'm sure a Night Elf player could tell you the exact number that you need. But yeah, level 2 Entangle does do quite a bit of damage. Keeper of the Grove now making its way down here, looking to put in pressure. Alchemist here, and the unit's going to go ahead and engage. Abolish Magic, pretty much shutting everything down. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire across multiple units. Scroll of Healing also being used as well, but may not be enough, as the Alchemist now sitting up at level 2. All right, more damage getting added across here. Are we going to see another Drunken Haze Breath of Fire? He does have the mana. There's the Drunken Haze. There's the Breath of Fire. Greatly reduced the damage as well, as they are just, well, missing their targets more and more, as we're now seeing a level 4 Keeper of the Grove. All of this early pressure and tactics by, thinning out those footmen. Panda, however, gets a little bit too close to the Arcane Tower, now losing access to that level 2 Breath of Fire engagement. Units are now trying to retreat back. Potion of Greater Healing used right there. Acid Bomb there. And now Alchemist is the one a little bit worse for wear. Brewmaster, does it have enough to continue to put in all of that fire damage as well? Panda going to turn around. Breath of Fire. No, not going to even bother. Just going to turn around and continue to engage here. May try and finish off more units as another rifleman getting taken out as well. Units falling left and right here. Another rifleman could get taken down. There it goes. Level 4 going up against level 4, level 2, Keeper of the Grove and Panda, both having more experience, or both had more experience than that Archmage for just a moment. All right, more engagements underway. 48 supply. Druid of the Claw out onto the battlefield. There's a rejuvenation onto the Brewmaster, as the Druid of the Claw still does not have enough mana as of yet, or is still not at adept training. All right, Druid of the Claw being forced to back up. New Militia joining in on the battle, and without mana, well, things just aren't going well. Keeper of the Grove gonna go ahead, return back home, pick up some Clarity Potions, has a Staff of Preservation, also has an Orb of Venom, using a Moonstone to try and fill up those Moonwells in addition to everything else, as the Panda now makes its way down. All right, Panda should be looking at another rejuvenation momentarily. No, rejuvenation on the Dryad, rejuvenation on the Panda right there, as the engagement just going down here. Are we going to be looking at a Breath of Fire? More damage coming back across. There goes another Priest as well, as the Alchemist now trying to head back. Bears still sitting at adept training. Keeper of the Grove now joining in on the battle. Arcane Tower forcing that Panda back here, as we're looking at a little bit of damage still coming back across. Keeper of the Grove looking to finish off that Rifleman. That Rifleman, well, with poison in his blood, still able to survive thanks to the help of a Priest. But the Keeper of the Grove has just been a death machine, going up against the human army, taking down multiple footmen throughout the match. 59 supply compared to 46. HawK, remember, has had the economic advantage. And it's really going to come down to whether or not the army of HawK is going to be large enough to deal with the hero levels of Dise here. Panda, now sitting back at level 4, doesn't have that much mana. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire could make a drastic difference on this Rifleman Priest army, but it's still just not there yet. 46 supply compared to 60 supply army size, 32 supply compared to 47. Dise, for all of his hard work, for all of his harassment, may not have really harassed enough to take and gain a sizable lead. All right, Boulder onto the Keeper of the Grove here. Ancient of War trying to absorb a little bit of damage. However, the army of HawK is already coming in from behind here. It was a potential creep jack, and Dise saw the writing on the wall, looking to back away. Ancient of War trying to head back now, as multiple riflemen now making their way over. We do have the expansion up and running for Dise now, so he should be able to catch up here. But is it too little too late? Can he last long enough for that economic advantage to really keep him in this game? And will his heroes be able to carry? His heroes do have large amounts of mana right now. Keeper of the Grove, not so much. But then at this point and stage in the game, well, a lot of one more shot. Slow now onto that Keeper of the Grove. Is he going to be able to abolish it? Yes, he will, and will be able to back up. Keeper of the Grove, now that his opponent already has level 1 Priest, adept training Priest, will be able to dispel very easily. By dispelling not only the Entangle, but also those Treants, it makes mana on that Keeper of the Grove just really not as powerful as it potentially could be. It's going to be down to the Brewmaster, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire to really blow over all of these units in a rather fast manner, as the Ancient of War now suffering a bit of damage. Good morning. Thank you for tuning in. And God37 Dota. All right. Alchemist looking ready to engage. Mountain Giants are here to try and absorb damage, and here comes a couple of illusionary Mountain Giants as well. It takes an Acid Bomb. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire across many units, as many of those riflemen, yes, they are Drunken Haze. It does not get dispelled. thereby meaning that you are also mitigating some damage. Brewmaster, however, has to be a little bit careful. There's an acid bomb onto the Brewmaster again. There's another breath of fire as 2 riflemen are about to get taken down. No, quick healing right there as the bear gets taken down once more. Level 5 now onto the Archmage. Mountain Giants, only one of them are real, as we should be looking at perhaps more, no Staffs of Sanctuary at all. Not quite sure why, as the Panda does get to level 5 here. Level 3, Breath of Fire, getting ready to come in order as there is plenty of rejuvenation. Breath of Fire blows over that Goblin Shredder as the Keeper of the Grove now looking to retreat back away. 67 supply compared to 67 compared to 67, so we have evened out just a bit. Another peasant gets taken down. Staff of Preservation saves the Panda finally, but that was the only Staff of Preservation that we saw in that battle that I noticed. More units are getting trained back at home. That is the reason why the supply count is that even. It's going to be a little bit of time, but Dise does have a better time reinforcing now. Panda coming back over. Are we going to see a Drunken Haze Breath of Fire? That's what we should be looking at. Drunken Haze Breath of Fire. So much damage across all of those units. Healing Wave and Scroll of Healing trying to counteract here as the Brewmaster continuing the fight here once more. Keeper of the Grove continuing that pressure. Panda does have a Potion of Mana. Is it going to Breath of Fire? Yes, it does across multiple units once more as the Alchemist is just running out of mana trying to win this war of attrition. All right, Keeper of the Grove still looking to back away. Plenty of Priest, plenty of mana going around. There's another Drunken Haze Breath of Fire. Damage over time could finish off more units. Is it going to be enough? Another Rifleman about to get taken down. Yes, it does as well. And, well, there's only casters now pretty much left amongst the entire army. More Dryads could get a... Well, no, I take it back. There's actually a fair number of Riflemen. With all of the Riflemen that have been shot down and pressured, still, they are doing a great job staying alive. HawK with double racks able to keep these units alive here as the level 4 Alchemist still working hard to try and keep these units alive here. Dise, however, with close proximity to his Moonwells, have been able to get a large amount of Breath of Fire damage to add up quickly here as the Breath of Fire, does take down one final Priest. 64 supply compared to 45. Dise doing a better job, was closer to home, got reinforcements much more quickly, and was macroing better behind this. With that, he was able to just train up a lot more units and now has a sizable lead, 56 supply compared to 47 in terms of the army. However, HawK is now transitioning into Knights, and that is a very big deal. HawK also during this time built an arcane vault right outside of the Tree of Life here, and that could have been one of the reasons why there was just so much healing going on across all of those units. We're looking now what is going to... this is a great game so far, as we're looking at a level 5 Panda and a level 5 Keeper of the Grove. No way to get any and no way to stun the Keeper of the Grove. So all we need is another 280 or 279 experience, and that Keeper of the Grove will be using Tranquility rather quickly. All right, no Staff of Preservation, nothing like that. We should be looking at the units trying to retreat back here. Bears, Mountain Giants making their way off to the north. What is Dise spending his gold on? That's what I'm looking at now as we are going into Chimeras. Chimeras to try and counteract the Knights that are entering on into the battlefield. During that time, HawK was also able to tech to tier 3, obviously, as he was training up Knights, has picked up a Blood Mage as his third hero, and now siphon mana away from that Brewmaster. All right, where are these units going to be going? Units going to try and engage. There is siphon mana again. Blood Mage just saying that mana is so delicious. Thank you very much, as the units are now looking to retreat back. What is Dice's follow-up plan? Perhaps losing a handful of units and then going into Chimeras. He does not want to go into low upkeep if necessary, and getting these 2 Chimera Roosts are just here to try and, try and pivot into them if necessary. All right. We're looking at Panda, anti-magic potion to break the spell. The Ancient of Wonders should have also been able to sell that anti-magic potion, as well as we're looking at the Dryads, Bears, all of these units, getting ready to set up. it has been a long time since these expansions have been operational, but anyone who's played Amazonia knows that 20,000 gold is quite a bit of time for those gold mines to be mined out. So Dice and HawK still have a fair amount of fighting to do before this game comes to an end, and we are starting to be restricted on gold. We are, however, looking at HawK, who absolutely pivoted into so many knights. We're looking at 6 knights onto the battlefield with Sundering Blades. The research time, it may have been the big difference there, but yeah, we'll see whether or not that it really changes anything. I think a lot of players had said, it's going to make the Night Elf versus human matchup not favor Night Elf nearly as much. I don't think the free Sundering Blades would have made much of a difference right now. It's just research time and 150 some gold and some lumber, as we're looking at Dice looking to go into 92 supply here, sitting in high upkeep, looking to perhaps just train up enough chimeras to tip things in favor here. Are we going to see a Drunken Haze Breath of Fire? There we are across that entire front line of units. Mountain Giants actually with their clubs able to attack with a bit of range. No anti-magic potion being used yet. There you go, finally being used, as we're going to be looking at Fairy Dragons as well to try and offer a bit of protection. Drunken Haze Breath of Fire across the entire front line. Scroll of Healing used once more. Panda now finally out of mana, but the Chimeras are here to try and put their pressure and make their mark known, taking down a couple of knights. One knight about to get taken down. Wow, constantly getting healed. Scroll of Healing again, but it finally gets taken down. Staff of Preservation saves there. Some low hit point knights. Keeper of the Grove has level 6. Are we going to be looking at Tranquility? Yes, we are. Saving all of those low hit point units, and the Druid of the Claw is just, come on, that knight. That knight is just going to bother me. Come on, Chimera, just do something. Fairy Dragon able to finish the job there. A 2 hit point knight, but now finally retreating back. Hi, Collywog, how are you doing? Chimeras making their way back over, and now making their way down to the bottom left here. More damage, more repairs, more healing. Wisp coming over. Mass detonation could be in order. Alchemist getting siphon mana again, and this has been a great battle back and forth. Dice busting up into high upkeep for a little bit of time, and it looks like that will be enough, as the Panda now is also sitting at level 6. Earth, Storm, and Fire is available, but not enough mana, as we're looking at the HawK getting an entangle on a knight right there. Keeper of the Grove continuing to chase down some of these units. Another rifleman going to get taken out, but I think, HawK is just pretty much on the run, unsure of what to do next. All right, Panda looking to back away. More healing spray coming back across here. Knight or Chimera trying to retreat back. We should be looking at some rejuvenation. Nope, Tranquility is in order. Back down to 200 hit points and stays strong. Tranquility really making its impact known on this battle here. Archmage down to 173 hit points. Potion of Invulnerability used in time, as more healing waves going down. Archmage has another about 12 seconds of invulnerability. That was the full potion, as the Alchemist is now trying to back away too. 78 supply compared to 57. HawK just not doing all that great, as we're looking at more repair or more healing underway. Between Tranquility and healing sprays and scrolls of healing, it's been a question as to why units just simply are not dying. Siphon mana once more to heal up all of these units, but 75 supply compared to 57, and that was a tactical retreat, not a retreat to just try and get away. Interesting call by Dice here. He actually uprooted his Tree of Eternity and moved it into the front of his base, where it's easier and you have better access to all of your Moonwells. As I've mentioned in games before, WarCraft 3 is a game of seconds. And all it is, it's a game of time. You're just trying to get a slight advantage over your opponent. By moving this Tree of Life here, Tree of Eternity here, he's actually saved a good 10 seconds. Not having all of your units just try and walk out of a very tightly compacted space. And now that could be the difference here, as the Chimeras and Bears and all of these units are getting ready to engage. However, problem, Earth, Storm, and Fire right there. Dryad's going to get ready to engage. Mountain Giants are in the back while the Dryads are in the front. That is obviously not what you want your units to be positioned as. Mountain Giants finally making their way forward. Archmage could end up getting taken down to 248 hit points. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability in time. And with the Mountain Giants and also Earth doing so many taunts, units are just constantly trying to take a good look And there is the GG by HawK. Dise coming away with the victory there. A great, great game showcasing the strength of the Keeper of the Grove. HawK quickly went for a fast expansion on Amazonia against Night Elf. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Keeper of the Grove knew that, well, it's only going to be footmen, maybe riflemen, but you're, as a human player, you're just rather strapped for lumber early on. Once that Keeper of the Grove got to level 3, as I mentioned, well, the Keeper of the Grove just played the harassment game while allowing the panda to just creep around the map with, a tier 2 army, a larger army, a tier 2 army, and the panda was able to get to level 3 while the Keeper of the Grove was forcing HawK to consistently spend more and more gold retraining those lost footmen. By doing that, it delayed his tech enough, and Dice found the perfect opportunity to set up his own expansion. He set up his own expansion. His hero level, even his hero level made up for the difference that his opponent has. That HawK's army was larger. And as soon as he got back to equal footing and he still held on to that hero level advantage and that tech advantage, remember, he was at tier 3 much earlier than HawK. He was able to trade efficiently and then come out in the end. I love this game. It doesn't have any super good highlights, but this is one of those games that you can watch and learn so much about the game of Warcraft 3 and the depth behind it. Definitely let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below if you're watching on YouTube or here on Twitch. Thanks for watching.